All right, what is up? So, I'm JP. I'm an SEO specialist and web developer here in San Francisco. I really enjoy researching sales processes, buyer psychology, and turning online roadblocks into revenue. This is the Digital Growth Stage channel where I break down and air out the tough stuff that's actually stopping your brand from scaling online. Not a ton of fluff, just actionable steps to get you moving faster, so let's get into it. Today, we are moving pretty fast. We're going to be adding content without overthinking design. We'll be adding a blog post, creating a page, and handling the media basics. Cool. So for a quick blog post, what we're going to do is to navigate to the left-hand area inside of the WordPress navigation panel, and we're going to click into posts. This is where all of your blog archives live. So after we click into this area, we're going to be able to easily see all of the past posts that are already available. However, today, we're going to be making a new post. We're going to click Add Post in the top left-hand corner. Now, from this area, the main things that you're going to want to consider and to really dial in is going to be the title, the paragraph, and the featured image, along with some links that really help build the story. Now, these are going to be the key pieces to anything that you publish online, and there's going to be much better videos that help you publish a blog at a very high level. This is a video to help you get something published, not to necessarily do it with all of the bells and whistles. I want to make that caveat before I walk you through the rest of this so that you know this is an A to B training, not an A to great training. This is real quick. We're going to add a title, and I'm just going to pretend like this is for my agency. So let's go local SEO, and or let's go 7 local SEO tips. Kind of 7 local SEO tips hurting your rankings, right? From here, we would type in a blog post. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a quick ChatGPT blog. Okay, so I got in my prompt, and I'm going to go ahead and use that prompt to create the blog that I need. I'm just going to go ahead and let this run. I'll cut back when it's finished. Okay, pretty good. Remove the labels, remove all of the M dashes, remove the filler language and parentheses with numbers, and then awesome. Okay, now we got a blog that it's going to turn out perfect based on some of my key caveats that I want to include. I'm going to go ahead and copy the body of this over to the body of the blog post. Now, everything should have been maneuvered over perfectly, but you can see there's some things that didn't fully get integrated, like the link that came from Forbes inside of the ChatGPT export, as well as the Google Business Profile link. If you're going to be adding those links, you're just want to highlight the area you want to add the link to, hover over the link or hit Control K or Command K on Mac, and then type in or search for the URL you're looking for. Now, if you have a huge website, you can easily just type in the name of the title of the page you want to link to. Here we already have the one page that is also on this website as an available dropdown. If we wanted to link to this, we just click it. Sweet. So once that's finished, the third, or I guess the fourth piece to this would be a featured image. Now, on the right-hand side of this tab, you'll see the post and all of the settings for this post. You'll also be able to dive into the block settings, but we don't have any blocks selected at the moment. So for the post settings, we're going to click into Set Featured Image. Now, if we'd like to bring more images into the media library, we can do so from our blogging area by clicking Upload Files. But since we're going to be going over the media library in this video, I'm not going to go ahead and do that. So we're just going to click into the image that we have available, and we're going to set it as the featured image. And once that's done, we're going to want to make sure that any of the categories or tags that you want added to this blog post are available and checked inside of these radio boxes. Once all of that is completed, you're ready to publish. To do so, you're going to click Publish in the top right-hand corner. Now, if something happens where your kid is really hungry or something in another room breaks because your cat's like climbing on furniture, you can always save this as a draft and then come back to it later when you're ready to publish. That way, you're not forced to doing all of this work every time you sit down in front of your computer. So to publish, you're going to go ahead and click the Publish button. It's going to confirm you're publishing, and it's pretty quick. Once done, you can then view this live post by clicking the View Post. What it's going to look like is the featured image is going to show up just below the title on this page, and then below both of those, you'll have some quick information on the category and the author, which pulls in the settings information for the WordPress author of the website. Then you get the blog post specifically the way that you designed it, which is perfect. You can also add different templates to the way that blog pages show up, but we'll cover that in a different video. Moving forward, we're going to move back into the WordPress environment so that we can learn more about the media tab. We have one specific or single source of truth for all images, documents, and videos inside of a WordPress environment, and that is the media tab. Now from here, you can bring in almost, or depending on how big your hosting area or storage is, you can bring in dozens to hundreds of photos and videos. to use this or to bring in media, in the top left-hand corner, you're going to click Add Media File. Now from here, you can either drag and drop media from your files library or just from your computer into this area. However, I'm just going to go ahead and select into these and pick a few images. Cool. Okay, while those images upload, those images are going to take a few minutes to upload, but once they're done, they're fully saved inside of your environment, and then you can add different types of alt tags, titles, or captions to the information once it's fully uploaded to your environment. To do so, you would just click into the image or asset that you want to make changes to, and on the right-hand side, you'll see all of the available settings that you can change, as well as the URL for where this image lives online. This image can always be accessed from this URL once it's fully uploaded to your system. Then to change the alternative text, the title, the caption, or the description, you would go ahead and just enter into this area. There isn't a full save button inside of the media sub-label for WordPress. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but it works out well because if you ever make quick updates and you just move on to the next image, those updates automatically get saved. So let's say Golden Gate Bridge, I'm not going to click anything other than next, and then we'll go back to that image and it's automatically saved. So that's a pretty easy way to view, to use, and then to configure these images once they reach your media file, or once they reach your media area inside of WordPress. You can easily see all of them by clicking into the media tab. Cool. Then moving on to pages. So pages are really fun once you have Elementor added, because you have access to templates or to just add pages very quickly. So I'm going to go through both. Now, if you're versed in web design and not too much of this is going over your head, then you're going to want to just create a new page and build it without adding any of the other specifics, without adding any of the other template patterns. To do that, we would just go to Edit with Elementor after we click on Build New Page. This is the new page, and you'd be able to easily build out new containers, new sections, full sections, grids, etc. And this is how we'd be able to pull in more of those elements into the page and build the page as needed. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple updates here. Testimonial carousel, add a Facebook page for people to follow, and then maybe a gallery would be great. Add a couple images to this gallery, that's perfect. And then add a forum. Awesome. Okay, so now at a glance, you can see that we have a hero section, we have a benefits section, a section for testimonials, a section for your Facebook page, and even a section for a gallery and your forms. We can easily make updates to any of these elements by clicking into the specific settings that are available under the Content and Style and Advanced tab for any of these elements that we do use, and this gives you the full flexibility to create a page as needed. When you're ready to publish, you can hit publish in the top right-hand corner, and then if you want to view that page after you publish it, you can click the eye icon, which is to preview changes right to the left of it. The quick thing to note about Elementor pages is that they always show up with this title at the top. Ideally, for better web design and better visuals, we're going to want to remove that title. To do so, we're just going to go ahead and click into Page Settings and hit the drop down for Hide Title right here. Now, once you do that, you're going to go ahead and publish, save the changes, and then view the page. And as long as your theme doesn't interfere with hiding that title, you'll be good to go. The last thing that you'll need to do to make sure that this all shows up properly is to update your theme. Now, Elementor has a very specific theme that they like to use, but we're going to go into that after we get through how to add a page with the template. This is going to be quick edit rename. This was a quick page built manually. This was a quick page, and there's no real building behind it. Next, we're going to go quick page template build. Elementor allows us to choose these patterns for templates. That way we can choose one if we'd like it. However, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the Elementor settings because I think I could find better templates inside of what's called the template area on the builder itself. Under the Elementor library, we have hundreds of blocks, hundreds of pages, and full-on templates that we can import or export as needed from other websites. So the prefabricated blocks and pages are where we're going to look through today. You're going to have all sorts of different themes that you can choose from, mobile-style designs, desktop-style designs, whatever floats your boat the best, specifically for what you're trying to build. Bring it into your website, customize it, and launch. This is the fastest way to get something built online in a way that you're proud of, without worrying about the design headaches. For us today, we're going to go into the Pages area. We're going to go to the middle of the Pages area and search for something that looks like maybe a homepage hero. Let's see this. This almost looks like a services page. Let's see. Oh, perfect. There we go. This would be a homepage hero that has logo. It has a really nice two-section hero area with a CTA on the left and a big image on the right. It's a strong About Us area, our services, why choose us, client testimonials. Most of the architecture that I would expect to be on a homepage is here, so I'm going to go ahead and insert it and apply to the page that we're working on. So this may take up to like 30-40 seconds, but once it's ready, it will automatically upload that page's template onto the page you're working on. Now, this is a really fun challenge that we're experiencing right now. I'm going to go ahead and save where we're at so that I can move into fixing how this shows up on the site. You'll notice that this looks very different than the template we were just viewing. And the reason for that is because the theme on the back end of the website is not set up in line with Elementor. However, to fix this, Elementor already has us pre-prepped with a theme that we can easily use. We're going to go into Appearance, Themes, and we're going to go to Add Theme. We're going to go to the search bar on the right-hand side, and we're going to type in Hello Biz. Now, the Hello Biz theme is the most structured theme for all of the Elementor templates. So as soon as we install this and go back to the page we were working on, it should have restructured itself in a way that looks very similar to the template that we originally seen. We're going to go ahead and install and activate. Awesome. So that's all we need to do to activate that theme. Let's go back to the page that we were working on under Elementor 32. Let's go ahead and edit with Elementor. And there we are. There was the original section that I had added. Let's go ahead and delete this. And boom, here is the Elementor theme, or sorry, the Elementor template that we had just grabbed from Elementor's library of pages. And from here, we can easily click into these assets or the elements, change or upload the files as needed, and start building the homepage of our dreams. And boom. And that's pretty much how this works. From here, you can then save this page and publish, or customize out as much as you want, make it fully optimized for your brand and your positioning, and then publish to the web. I am excited to see what you guys are building and working on. Cool. So that pretty much sets up the foundations for this topic. You can always go deeper on any of this, but what we covered here should get you exactly where you're trying to go. Faster control, quicker redesigns, and real digital growth without the headaches. If this is clicking and you want to level up even further, hit subscribe, drop a comment with what challenge this helped you through, or book a discovery call with my team so we can give you a full audit on your website and possibly help you win on Google. Links in the description. Thanks for watching. This is all I have to report for now, and I'll talk to you soon.